Ladies and gentlemen, a story so bad, I had to cover this. You know I can't resist. It's when it's a bad take by a bad actress in Hollywood. And of course, that actress is Zoe Kravitz. And what is her gripe this time? She's mad about two fictional video game characters, arguably two of the hottest female creations I am talking about, Tifa and Aerith from Final Fantasy VII. So thanks to Bounding in Comics, the Batman's Zoe Kravitz claims romantic choice between Tifa and Aerith in Final Fantasy VII is, wait for it, the problem with the world. Oh my god, two hot chicks trying to vie for the attentions of Cloud Strife. I mean, wow, the double standard is terrible. So there was a recent interview with a French TV host called, what's his name again? Maloud Akur on the show called Clique, not Click, like you Yankees like to ruin that word every single time. So they're having this interview and Rob Pattinson was talking about the two heroines of the game, Tifa and Aerith. But Zoe Kravitz, she took umbrage to this. So let's have a watch of this video and see how she reacts to Pattinson. And by the way, Pattinson has gotten a lot of love for his defense of this game. And, you know, there's other things that happen in this game, like Cloud Strife has a happy ending. I will say no more about that one, but 1.9 million views so far. This is pretty awesome, actually. So here's what our Pat has to say.
As well. Some love with Aerith and Tifa.
And Tifa, of course.
Yeah, everybody wants that vote.
Yeah.
But it's the two sides. Yeah. It's the two options of girls. You can have this.
You don't know Final Fantasy? No.
It's the best.
Oh,
it's a love triangle where Aerith or Aerith, depending on what version of the game you have, it's sometimes mistranslated. Like, she's like the really kind girl who has superpower. It's like to like heal everyone, like make the world a better place.
Poor women, we have to heal everyone.
And then Tifa.
Yeah, first of all, we're not asking for women to heal anyone. If anybody's asking for women to heal anybody, it's Hollywood at the moment. You just have to look around at the Marvel films. Let's bring this female character in to heal things because the male character is so stupid they can't do it by themselves. Oh god, just like her eye rolling, it's so cringe. But it's so funny at the same time. Let's carry on.
Like this like sexy little thing. He's like a thief and stuff. She wears a short skirt, and you're like, I can't decide. And then Aerith,
this is crazy.
And Aerith, right at her peak, gets killed. This is how every guy figures out what love is. And then that's the ideal woman, and it never gets any.
Either the one that's going to heal everything and the one in the short skirt. These are the options. Oh my god.
Do you know the impression I get from this situation right here? I don't know if these two are actually dating, if it's an on or off situation. If you are Pat, I'll make sure it's off because you can do better than that dude. And she does look to be very insufferable. I like to say that word because it's so true. Well, you know, she's so jealous because two fictional female video game characters more better endowed than she is, and her response is, you're choosing between somebody who's got a short skirt and someone who can heal. Like, get over yourself, Zoe. It's just a video game. Millions of people seek solace in video games, especially with what's happening in the world right now. Turn to a good comic book, a video game, or a good TV show that is devoid of identity politics. But look at her reaction here. It's just like, oh my god. Like, come on, Zoe Kravitz, the woman who dated Michael Fassbender on X-Men First Class, a man 11 years her senior, like an 11-year age gap. So Fassy, you could have done better, mate. It's so bizarre that situation even occurred. But she's got a reputation for dating leading men on the films she's involved with, or if they're not a leading actor, there'll be somebody else. It's just a terrible reputation she's garnered for herself. She was briefly married for like a year or less, and that got soon null and void because the person concerned obviously knew better to get out of that marriage. And it's just so bizarre. Like, if you want to see who she's jealous of, well, I'll insert two pictures right here. You make up your mind. But honestly, and let's have a look at the comments here very quickly because I thought these were pretty funny. Oh, this person here, No Way Home spoiler, who cares? I'm sorry, but why is everybody upset at Zoe Kravitz for having a judgment on the situation based on what Robert Pattinson told her? If he didn't make it stereotypical, she wouldn't find it stereotypical. And of course, why they spell stereotypical without the T? It's so, and the I, like they can't even spell. A shrill keyboard warrior. You can tell they're at it full effect. The girl right next to him. This is why I hate video games. It appeals to the male fantasy. Oh, really? I think it can appeal to the female fantasy as well. He actually knows stuff about it. I like him more now. Good for you, woman. I completely agree. We go to the comment section here. I'm bounding into comics. Now, this is something that I said before I read this, and I kind of agree completely with the top comment. Don't be jealous, Zoe. Just because an animated game character has a stronger screen presence and is arguably better looking does not mean you need to be so sour. Absolutely true. I don't like Pattinson, but he seemed pretty genuine in his description of the relationship. That feminist thing next to him being Catwoman is part of the reason I'm not seeing Batman. Yeah, well, go and see Batman, but if you can put the blinkers on when she appears, then you might be doing okay. No, sweetie, this is just one story about specific things happening to specific characters at a specific time. Not everyone believes in the quality of outcomes as you do. Bravo to that person right there. Of course, if we go to Zoe Kravitz's Instagram, she only has 7.1 million followers. Now, for someone who talks about things being stereotypical, she's very happy to flaunt her body whenever she can and also engage in these pictures of her and our pets. Now, I don't know if they're an on and off item, as I said before, but there's another one down here like, oh, look at that. Oh, Robert, you're so mine. But she's not a very photogenic person anyway. I just find her so... And she hasn't got many posts on there either. So for somebody with 7.1 million followers, she's doing pretty well just on her name alone. But oh my God, get over yourself, Zoe Kravitz. There are better looking female video game characters out there than you. So if our Pats is getting more engaged by Aerith or Tifa, maybe she's a little bit jealous? I would be. If I was in those shoes, maybe, but I'm not, thank God.
Hi, I'm Zoe Kravitz, and when I'm not posing in front of the cameras, I'm making an absolute fool of myself or dissing video gamers. I like to be on Instagram, and here's my latest post with me and our Pat, because he's the only man in my life right now. Hell, I might even ask him to marry me. So if you like this video today, do me a favor, be a doll, and subscribe to Jason King here on Kung Fu Hot Dog. He's so adorable. Ooh!